We got to the Edmund Hotel and I checked in. I'd put on my red hunting cap while I was in the cab, just for the hell of it, but I took it off before I checked in. I didn't want to look like a screwball or anything, which is really ironic. I didn't know then that the whole goddamn hotel was full of perverts and morons. Screwballs all over the place. They gave me this very crummy room with nothing to look out of the window at except the other side of the hotel. I didn't care much. I was too depressed to care whether I had a good view or not. The bellboy that showed me the room was this very old guy around 65. He was even more depressing than the room was. He was one of those bald guys that comb their hair over from the side to cover up the baldness. I'd rather be bald than do that. Anyway, what a gorgeous job for a guy around 65 years old, carrying people's suitcases and was waiting around for a tip. I suppose he wasn't too intelligent or anything, but it was terrible nonetheless. After he left, I looked out the window for a while with my coat on and all. I didn't have anything else to do. You'd be surprised what was going on the other side of the hotel. They didn't even bother to pull their shades down. I saw one guy, a gray-haired, very distinguished looking guy, do something you wouldn't believe me if I told you. First, he put his suitcase on the bed, then he took out all these women's clothes and put them on. Real women's clothes, silk stockings, high-heeled shoes, brassiere, and a corset with the straps hanging down and all. Then he took out this very black evening dress. I swear to God. And then he started walking up and down the room, taking these very small steps, the way a woman does, smoking a cigarette and looking at himself in the mirror. And he was all alone too, unless somebody was in the bathroom. I couldn't see that much. Then, in the window almost right over his, there was a man and a woman squirting water out of their mouths at each other. It was probably highballs, not water, but I couldn't see what they had in their glasses. Anyway, the man would take a swallow and squirt it over the woman, and then she did it to him. They were taking turns, for God's sake. And they were laughing in hysterics while they were doing it like it was the funniest thing ever. The funniest thing ever. I'm not kidding. This hotel was lousy with perverts. I was probably the only normal bastard in the whole place, and that isn't even saying much. I damn near sent a telegram to old Stradlater telling him to take the first train to New York. He'd have been the king of the hotel.